Hello there, YouTube. I am Wheelchair21, and today is day 4 of Voltron Legendary Defender Week, or just Voltron Week, or Defender Week, whatever you want to call it, here on my YouTube channel. And for the rolling review for today, we'll be looking at Legendary Red Lion as promised. Now, the Legendary Red Lion, as one can see, has the same box art and practically the same design as Green Lion. And since we've already seen the box so many times thus far on my channel, one can easily expect that I'm going to poke fun at the fact that the speeders aren't actually as painted as promoted. So, anyways, let's bust this baby out of its box. Here, obviously, one can see that I got Red Lion out of its box, and it was kind of a task, but it's not that hard of one, as long as you got, like, nail clippers or, you know, some cutters just to get through that shit if you don't want to actually untie it. Now, I don't know where to start, but I'm guessing I'm just going to go off with the sword. Sword here, as one can see, is a nice clear plastic for the blade, and you got most of the basic hilt. Now, as one saw in the previous video, I did have in the outro the unattached blade in Green Lion. However, for Red, one will easily see that I'll have it fully connected here since I have them now on hand, both pieces. Which, the connection, from what I can tell, is going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, just due to how the overall thing is formed, and as well as these ball joints locking into the connectors up here. Or I shouldn't say ball joints, but these bulbish-like pegs to lock it into place. Now, after locking it in place, one can easily see that the sword is pretty nice. It's like an old, I wouldn't say old because they're still sort of issued in the Navy as like a service, you know, accommodation in a sense. So it's like an old saber, perhaps from either pirating, naval, and it's honestly my least favorite incarnation of the blazing sword, even though the vintage one is practically the only incarnation we've ever freaking gotten. Then we have our Magna Cannon, which honestly is probably my most favorite actual missile launcher by design. I like the overall three-shaped pronged laser beam-like cannon. It's a lot cooler than the Blue Lion, which is probably my second favorite by design. I mean, all the designs look pretty badass. My favorite is yellow just by gimmick alone, shooting 4 discs. Red is probably my favorite design, followed by blue, even though green does have a special place in my heart because it does remind me of the launcher bit cloud used in like episode 2 of Zoids. And it has just a simple-minded peg, but it still is easily able to be rotated once attached to your Lion. So that's technically a good thing. Then you have our core fighter, or our core speeder for Keith. And honestly, had it been fully painted like all the others that are promoted to be painted, it looked pretty badass. And for all you kids out there that never seen the original series or don't have your parents force feeding it down your throats, Keith was the original leader. And Red was originally freaking Lance's Lion. Yay! Thanks Netflix for changing everything up. It's good to have change, but it's still confusing as hell. And then once locking it into place, you easily have your Lion, which has the same points of articulation as freaking Green. And pretty much still looks the freaking same. Rah, 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 rah. Now here is our right arm fully formed and fully functional. And the only real difference is the top part of its exterior shell for where the launcher goes and attaches to it, and the fact that it doesn't have a port for the shoulder-mounted shield on the Green Lion. That's practically their most significant changes to the overall exterior, and I'm pretty sure as I'm looking around for Green, like, the heads are only just ever so slightly retooled. But then again, that's the basic thing too. Most Voltrons are Red and Green are practically identical twins. And that's all I can really say about that, other than, well, mine almost, I thought, was a lemon. Just because it took me forever to get the legs actually into this one because they were lodged and locked into place, which might be a problem for some people. So always double check what the hell's going on when forming your arm. It's evaluation time, and for my final evaluation, the Voltron Legendary Defender Legendary Red Lion is still worth the price, due to the fact that such as the green one was, with its design, its intricate overall construction on how it transforms, is just well worth that price. Now, one of the reasons I love this line specifically is due to the fact that, 1, I love the color red. 2, the red line has always been technically one of my favorites, even when red wasn't my favorite freaking color. 3, it's piloted by Keith, who in this series is probably one of the more darkest versions of Keith we've ever gotten, even though my more favorite version of Keith is from the Voltron Force series. Hell, I love Voltron Force a lot more than a lot of other incarnations, but, you know, we didn't get a toy for that due to weird licenses between Mattel and Nickelodeon at the time. However, with freaking DreamWorks and Netflix, we got this pretty freaking fast. So, 1, I love it. 2, it's great. And 3, it's a must-have, because without it, you can't really form Voltron, and you need all 5 parts. So tomorrow we'll be looking at Black Lion. So with that, I can say we can wrap up this video, because 1, you should subscribe to my channel. 2, you should probably like this video if you already haven't, as well as you can see it over at Hirotaku and Hero Club, where I also post these videos, as well as news and other editorials and such there. And you can like my page on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Bam! And yeah, we'll be starting to conclude out this week with Black Lion tomorrow.